Hi there, I'm Andrew Salter, and in honor of Thanksgiving, we're talking about food because food is awesome. A traditional Thanksgiving dinner in the United States consists of turkey, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, gravy, green bean casserole, and stuffing. And what the heck is stuffing? No, I mean seriously, what the heck is stuffing? Who thought of that? A traditional turkey stuffing usually consists of dried bread, onion, celery, salt, pepper, and a mix of spices, and sometimes turkey giblets. When we think of the origins of food, did you ever stop to think about food pioneers? I mean, somebody looked at a cow and said, I think I'll go ahead and drink whatever comes out of those weird bag things dangling off of it. Okay, what likely happened in such a case is that the person was well aware that human babies drank milk, but its production was limited to childbearing women, which is not exactly a reliable source all of the time. They would have observed a baby cow doing the similar thing with their mothers, only it went on for a lot longer than it did with humans, and boom, milk. So at some point we decided it would be a good idea to fill our dead animals with bread and seasonings before cooking them. And as ideas go, it's not a bad one. Juices from the cooking process would commingle with the flavors of the stuffing, and you'd have a perfect accompanying side dish. The earliest documented evidence of stuffing is in this collection from the Roman cookbook Apicius. Recipes there included stuffings intended for chicken, rabbit, pork, and dormouse. Some scholars note that the language used in Apicius is closer to vulgar than to classical Latin, so it's really not clear how old these recipes were by the time they were documented. Now, what's in stuffing depends on where you are in the country. If you're in the South, you know the dish as dressing, since the word stuffing is apparently not genteel enough for Southern sensibilities, and is probably made with either cornbread or stale biscuits, and sometimes pork or bacon. If you're a New Englander, you probably have chestnuts added to your stuffing, unless you're in Boston, and then it's oysters. And speaking of food pioneers, there was that person who decided to eat the mushy gray stuff they found after prying open an oyster. Who was that? Probably some frat caveman on a pledge dare. How did they identify fraternities before the Greek letters? Midwesterners do everything thriftily, so it's likely the bread that you're using in your stuffing is from last night's meal. Now, some have been known to make filling, using leftover mashed potatoes and stale bread made into, what else? A casserole. If you're in Southern California, stuffing can be made with various spices and chilies to add some kick. My parents' stuffing utilizes homemade stock that they made from last year's turkey, and it's been frozen until the time is right. There's a San Franciscan variety that uses sourdough to add some tang, and the Pacific Northwest varieties often add clams and mussels for a distinct seafood-style taste. Now, for the really lazy, Stovetop brand box stuffing was introduced in 1972. Creator Ruth Symes found a way to get dried breadcrumbs to congeal again, making the traditional texture of stuffing. Now owned by Kraft, Stovetop sells over 60 million boxes every Thanksgiving. The previous examples are there to indicate that there's no right way to make a stuffing. One of the best parts of Thanksgiving is family members sharing recipes with each other and collaborating in the kitchen to create a tasty meal for their family. Each year, the recipes get tweaked this way and that to create new flavors and new traditions. The beauty of such fundamentally weird dish is that it can be whatever the heck you want it to be, so long as your family is willing to eat it. Thanks for watching Now You Know. What would you like us to cover next? Let us know in the comments. Also, you can give us a helping hand by giving us a thumbs up right down below here, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to SalterNet on YouTube and share this episode with your friends. Remember, knowing's only half the battle. The other half is sharing what you know.